I logged back into Old School RuneScape after 5 years. I was completely lost. Everything had changed, new updates, new mechanics, and nothing felt familiar. So instead of trying to catch up, I started over. Fresh account, no shortcuts, just pure progress from scratch. If you're into nostalgia, fresh starts, and watching someone fumble their way back into the game, then buckle up for the journey ahead. Welcome back to the grind. Today's episode is about getting a little more comfortable in the mid game. We're going to be diving a little bit deeper into bossing and trying to get some more GP to help us progress. Also, if you're looking for a fun clan to hang out with while you progress, come join the clan. It's Anky Nexus. It's open all skill levels, all goals, whether you're chasing pets, maxing, or you just want to come vibe out. We also have our Discord link in the description if you want to come hang out. Daganoth bones are almost 15k a piece. That is crazy. We made our way down to the Daganoth Kings for this Slayer task. We have 114 to kill. We are 4 Rexes in, and we got a Ring of Life drop on kill count number 3, which is super unlucky. I'm pretty sure that's the same drop rate as the Berserker Ring. We are down here with Krytus right now. Dragon was here, but he ended up having to teleport out. I guess he was getting super unlucky and kept getting hit by Prime while he was over there killing Supreme. I didn't know that it took Rex a minute and 30 seconds to respawn every time. We are probably just going to hang out here for a little while longer, and then we're going to go finish out our Daganoth task on some actual little Daganoths. I just really want to get that perilous moon started. We're not going to be getting 70 defense sitting here attacking Rex. And I am the last one here. Everybody else tallied out. So I don't think we are going to stay here much longer. We're probably going to finish out this inventory and then just go finish out our Daganoth task on the small ones. That is Rex KC number 10. We got the combat task finished up, and I think we are going to get out of here. We were just using too many supplies, and it looks like we're only going to be able to get 10 kills in inventory, which means we would be stuck here for a long time. We did end up making about 140k off the bones alone, though, so we will take that. That was the end of our 115 Daganoth Slayer task. Now we get to go get our very first task from Neve. I'm kind of excited. I'm hoping that it's not just another giant middle dragon task. 138 fire giants. That's not the worst task. It shouldn't be too bad to hurry and knock out. So with the fire giant task, I didn't realize that we could do the Royal Titans. So me and Blop are going to head over there. We're going to test out our luck at the Royal Titans. Maybe we'll get a drop, maybe we won't. I do not have 75 magic, so I'm going to be relying on Blop 100%. We should be able to do a little bit of damage, at least to the fire giant. We got our black mask imbued, so it should be just fine. That is 53 Slayer on the fire giant. We're going to start looting the ice for a little while. We're going to try to get both the prayer scrolls. So we're going to hopefully get one from the ice titan first, and then we're going to try to get one from the fire titan. KC number 2. Oh wait, maybe we're down. We're dead. I thought we had him. All right, we got the KC2. We just didn't get to loot it, unfortunately. But we are going for KC3, and hopefully we survive the end of this one. KC number 3. For 21 water orbs and 9k. KC number 4. For some runes and a rune axe. KC 5. Ooh, 69 defense. Yeah, this loot is not great. KC number 10. Royal Titan champion. Let's see what we get for loot. Is 6 desiccated pages. That's a collection log slot. 72 ranged. Ooh, 101 soul rune drop. That's almost 50k right there. Another 88. Oh wait, we got 3 Ranars on that one. KC number 20. Rune plate leg and a UC drop. 54 Slayer. And Blop got the Deadeye prayer scroll. Ooh, 4 Ranar seed drop. That is 117k. Best drop so far. AC 30. 4 water runes and an Avanto seed. There is 70 defense on the Royal Titans. Royal Titan kill number 40. Price checking the loot we got from 43 Royal kills is 950k. Not too bad for a Slayer task. I still have about 90 giants to go on it though. And I really do want to finish out all my giants there. I'm not sure if I'm going to. It just depends on if I can find people to do it with. Now that we have 70 defense though, we could buy ourselves some Barrows armor and we can get some halfway efficient moon KC, I think. So we're gonna go ahead and sell off this loot and buy some barrels gear and try to get some moon, Casey. Now that we have 70 defense, it is time to hit some moons. We got full Torags and we're rocking the Obby shield. So I'm thinking that the blood moon phase might be a little bit easier since he won't be able to hit me quite as much, which means he won't be healing quite as much. All right, we got the blood moon down. I do think now that we have 70 defense and we have this tank gear, moons should be a pretty viable option for us to farm. All right, we're doing an armor off for this chest opening. Chest number 7. KC number 10 for a whole lot of nothing. I managed to get the easy combat achievements finished up, so we're going to claim our hill. Ooh, and we get an XP lamp. Never lucky. Moons KC 20. KC 25. We need an item. No item. But that is perilous champion. The next goal on the account, I think, to make life just that much easier is to get 70 prayer. We're sitting at 47 right now, and then we will need to do King's Ransom in order to unlock piety. The plan is to use the Chaos Altar to get ourselves up to 70. We need about 1,300 bones is what it says. In order to get 70 prayer, we're going to buy 1,400 and see how far we can get. I'm sure we're going to get PK'd a few times. First inventory was a success. Let's hope that every single inventory after this also will be a success. There's 50 prayer and 1225 total level. 55 prayer. We are getting PK'd for the first time, it seems. We did get most of the inventory gone though. Looks like we are gonna die again, unfortunately. We might be able to dump off quite a few of these bones though. I'm at a 60 prayer while being PK'd. And we managed to get our inventory bones dumped. 65 prayer. Looks like we are losing almost a full inventory of bones this time, which is unfortunate. All right, we just spawned in with a full inventory. GG. You would think that more people would camp right at the teleport because that way you can just get a full inventory of bones from somebody just teleporting in. It is starting to get super crowded here with PKers. It is 12 o'clock right now, so it might just be lunchtime. I don't know, but I'm really hoping that we can hit the 70 prayer. We might have to take a little bit of a break from it, depending on how many more times we get killed, but there's another one. There seems to be a PKer in almost every single world right now, but we are going to try to get this inventory. We just got attacked. I don't know if he's going to keep attacking us. Oh, he is. I think I should be able to get this inventory done before he kills me, though. There's 70 prayer. Now we just need to go finish up one small favor in King's Ransom, and we will have piety. The hardest quest in all of Old School RuneScape. One small favor. We're starting out 15 seconds. We're going to try to speed through this quest as fast as we possibly can. I'll catch you guys when I make it right back here. We made it to the Gnome Glider in 17 minutes. I'm pretty sure this is the end of the line, and then we just start working our way back to Shiloh Village. And we made it back just under 40 minutes. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was only gonna take like 15 minutes since we had all the stuff and teleports. I can't imagine trying to do this quest blind. That would just be insane. That is one small favor complete. We get 20,000 XP and a skill of our choice. A steel key ring, which is also amazing. We have a ton of random keys in the bank. We are gonna dump these XP lamps into farming. It brought us up from 35 all the way to 41 farming. Beautiful. Now we just need to finish King's Ransom and we will have piety. King's Ransom complete. That is 33,000 defense XP, 5,000 magic XP. We get an antique lamp, and we now have access to the Night Waves training ground, which will give us access to piety once we get it finished up. These guys are a lot stronger than I thought they were. I did not think I was gonna have to flinch them. That is Sir Lancelot down. That is 20,000 attack, strength, defense, and hit points XP. Plus, we now have access to piety. We are back at Moons. It is time to test out piety. I'm sure it's just going to be a world of difference. At least I hope. This has by far been the worst eclipse that I've had in a while, so it must just be a fluke. If I'm being honest though, as long as Blood Moon is better with piety, then I'm happy. We got a Blood Moon chest plate on KC26. That is amazing. 4 mil in the bank. We are shooting for the back-to-back. This has by far been the best trip of Moons so far, just kill time wise. Another task, Moons of Peril speed trialist. Or the back-to-back. Not quite. That is 72 strength, and it almost got me killed. I wasn't paying attention to the boss. AC 30 for 74k. We're going to sell off the Blood Moon chestplate. And we have made our money back and more from the prayer grind, so that was 100% worth it. We are going to take just a little bit of a break from Moons and try to get some more of this Slayer task done at Royal Titans. We still need like 80 Titan kills or something like that, so we are hoping to get that staff drop. Ooh, just seeds. Oh, we got the amulet. Beautiful. The back-to-back. Oh, called it on a back-to-back necklace. It's not really what I wanted, but that's what we got. Hey, look at that. Vol's just got the Ice Elemental Staff Crown. Nice little 2 mil split. That brings our cash stack up to 5.5 mil. We are halfway to a green cash stack. With that drop, it is time to buy the Dragon Crossbow. I think that will be a pretty decent DPS increase. I should have made the Fury purchase before the Dragon Crossbow, but I do think that it's time we upgrade to the Fury. If the Dragon Crossbow is not all that it seems, we will probably just sell it back, but for now, we're going to be rocking them both. We're looking pretty decent right now. All we need is this Slayer helmet. We are going to be running some more Titans with Chris this time. And prayer potions. Chris did get the Giant Soul Amulet though. We are going to take a little bit of a break from PVM for right now. I want to start working towards these achievement diaries. We are falling way behind on them. We're going to go through, do all the ones that we have the requirements for right now. Then after that, I think I want to try to shoot for all the medium diary tasks. We just completed the Easy Falador Diary. Let's claim our reward. That is the Easy Kandarin Diaries complete. We get the Kandarin Headgear 1 and the Antique Lamp. Easy Karamja Diary complete. Got the Karamja Gloves 1 and another Antique Lamp. Easy Karen Diary complete. Got a Rada Blessing 1 and another Antique Lamp. That is 43 farming. Lumbridge Medium and Easy Diary complete. That is 2 Antique Lamps and the Explorer's Ring 2. 45 farming. That is access to the Farming Guild. In order to complete the Mauritania Easy Diary, we have to get a Slayer task from the Slayer Master there. So that means we have to finish off our Fire Giant task outside of Royal Titans, unfortunately, but we're gonna get this done really quick and go back and finish up the Mauritania Easy. That is the end of my Fire Giant task. We can now run back over to Mauritania and grab our task from there, and then that should be the Mauritania Easy Diary finished up. Oh, and we got a Cockatrice task. That is ugly. That's all right, though. It is the Mauritania Easy Diary complete. There's our Mauritania Legs 1 and another Antique Lamp. Varrock Easy Diary complete. We got the Varrock Armor 1. Wilderness Easy Diary complete. Wilderness Sword 1 and another Antique Lamp. This is all the requirements that we had just now for the achievement diary, so we are going to stop right here. We still need to go get a bunch of requirements in order to do the mediums and the desert and Fremenic, but I think this is a good starting point. All right, so everybody's been yelling at me to do my farm runs this whole time that I've had this account. I do think it is finally time to start our very first farming run. We're going to do Toad Flax for right now.
We are sitting at 46 farming. So these are going to be one of the best that we can do right now without losing a bunch of money on like Ranar's safe, you know, the herb died. And I think alongside of the toad flax, we are also going to do watermelon just for the XP. Hopefully we end up making a little bit of passive money from these toad flax. I do think that we will. I do not think that we are going to make much money on the watermelons, but it can't hurt, right? Assuming we have the farming level for watermelon. I'm not sure. We are kind of just winging it right now. We need to be a level 47 farmer in order to plant watermelon. That's crazy. We are 46. What are the odds that we just barely can't do it? So we're going to go ahead and plant all the herbs that we can right now, and then hopefully we'll be 47 on the next herb run. Planting in the Ardone patch. Catherby. As it is right now, we're having to use somebody else's POH in order to get to Hosidius. So I think after this, we might need to go try to get the Jagex talisman as a drop, just to save us a little bit of time. Hosidius patch, Mauritania, and Varlamore. I do believe these are the only 6 herb patches that we have unlocked right now. I'm not 100% positive. I might do a little bit of research, but I think that we have all of them planted that we can right now. So I think we go hit our birdhouses now since we've been slacking on that. There is 52 hunter. The plan is to sit here for a little bit and farm these lizardmen until we get the Jagex talisman. We do have the easy diary finished up, so it shouldn't take us too long to get. Apparently it's halved the drop rate with that diary. Blop just got a stale baguette. How rare is that? I don't think I've ever seen anybody actually get the stale baguette. I didn't know if it was a real thing or not, but apparently it's there. That is 71 attack. I'm getting absolutely destroyed here. Need to go bank, then I'm coming back in here. Might try to think of a better way to go about this. Maybe some ranged tank gear. I'm not sure. We might just go back in with this and see how it goes. Who knows? Actually, we're going to run in there with some prayer, I think. Prayer might be the move. I don't know why I thought prayer was going to be a good idea. They do both ranged and melee attacks, so let's go rebank again. Going in with the Torags, and hopefully we have a lot more defense bonus. They don't have a lot of HP, so I'm not super worried about the strength bonus. This should be fine to get us the talisman at least. In theory, we should only have to kill about 125 of these if we go on drop rate. We have 47 minutes until our herbs are done, so we are just hoping to get it within the hour. That would be nice. We do have quite a bit of money in the bank right now. It might not be a bad idea to go buy ourselves a cannon, just set it down here. I think that you can set a cannon in here. At least you used to be able to when you had the lizardman shamans over here. The cannon is under 800k right now. That's pretty decent. We got it for 765k. Let's get ourselves 3,000 cannonballs. That should hold us over for a while. All right, we are back with the cannon. Can we place it down? Oh, look, they have a spot for us right here, actually. This should make it exponentially quicker to get ourselves the talisman. We are just taking so much damage. I don't know if this is normal or if I'm doing something wrong, but this is crazy. We are currently sitting at 155 lizardmen killed. We are supposed to get it by 125. It hasn't happened, so hopefully we get it here pretty soon, though. We got the Jagex talisman, guys. We got it on KC 200. It was worth it. It didn't take too long. We got the Jagex talisman at the same time as JK got a Zenite shard. That is actually insane. This is going to make my farm runs a lot easier. I think just getting around Korend is going to be so much easier. Getting around Korend is so annoying. I know that they have all the minecarts and everything now, but just being able to teleport around it is going to be so nice. We also have the cannon now, which I do think I'm going to keep. We have a pretty decent cash stack right now, and this is going to be super nice for Slayer and just about anything that we need a cannon for. With me being a main account, I know it sucks, but I use the Grand Exchange. I need to get the Varrock medium diary done just so I have the quick teleport to the Grand Exchange. It'll be so nice. I'm getting so sick of using Ring of Wealths, having to sell them off every single time I use them up, and you know, then I forget to sell them off, and then I just have a dead Ring of Wealth in my inventory. In order to get the medium achievement diary for Varrock done, we need to do the Enlightened Journey, we need to do Garden Tranquility, a Soul's Bane. In order to do Garden of Tranquility, we need to first do Creature of Frankenstrain. So we're going to go over there and knock that out really quick and get started on Garden of Tranquility. I know that you have to plant a tree in order to finish that quest, so we're probably not going to be able to do it right away, but we can get up to that point. That is Creature of Frankenstrain complete. 2 quest points and 1,000 thieving XP. All All right, guys, it is time to pick up our very first farm run. So far, Falador is good. We are alive and healthy here. I think we spent probably 5K on seeds. So let's see how much money we end up making in total. We ended up with 10 toad flax. Not too bad. Let's get that replanted. Oh, our Ardone herb is dead. Unfortunate. That is why we didn't want to use Ranars, though. All right, let's hope this one survives on the next one. Let's head over to Catherine. Looks like this toad flax is healthy. Okay, replant. Off to Mauritania. Mauritania is alive and well. Now we make our way over to Osidius with our new Jagex talisman. So far, we've only had one dead patch. And then 2 Varlamore. All right, it looks like we managed to get 5 of the 6 herb patches, which is pretty good. I don't think that we got the best yield. Maybe this is normal, but still, that should be some money. We ended up with 39 herbs in total. Let's see, it costed us 4.5K, and we ended up making 129K. I would say that that's worth it. Not too bad for a passive little moneymaker. Now we are off to do Garden of Tranquility. Who does the queen think she is? She's gonna make me push a statue all the way to Varrock. I can't. Oh, we don't have to push it all the way to Varrock. We're good. PK Master 0036. Better watch out for that guy. I do believe we have finished the quest. We just have to wait for everything to grow, and then we're going to make our way back here, turn it in, and then we should be good. So I do want to go get started on that Varrock Medium Diary, and then we can just come back to this once we get to that point. That is the Enlightened Journey complete. 4,000 fire making, 3,000 farming, 2,000 crafting, and 1,500 woodcutting XP. We can now use the balloon transport. A Soul's Bane. This is like the most vivid quest that I remember from my childhood. I don't know if it's just because I was down there hitting so high on these monsters, but this quest was by far my favorite. Just being able to get these crazy weapons and one-hitting all these guys. Like, look at this thing. It's even called the Anger Sword. Isn't that just wild? That is a Soul's Bane complete. Garden of Tranquility complete. 2 more quest points, 5,000 farming XP. That is the last thing we needed to complete the Varrock Medium Diary. 47 farming. That means we can now plant those watermelons. That is the Varrock Medium Diary complete. The Varrock Armor 2. And the best part about it is we can now teleport straight to the Grand Exchange. We're going to get this little Cockatrice Slayer task done. I've been thinking about it. We are sitting at 91 combat right now, and we are still nowhere near getting a Slayer helm. Therefore, I think that we are going to start boosting our Slayer points. I'm pretty sure that's still the thing. We're just going to go to Turiel, do 9 tasks with him, and on our 10th task, we're going to run over to Konar. That should help us get our Slayer helm pretty quick. That is the end of this task. We have a total of 120 Slayer points. And we need a total of 400 points with 55 crafting in order to get the Slayer helmet. So that shouldn't take us too long. We are sitting at 14 tasks right now, so we need to do another 5 tasks with Turiel, and then we're going to go get a Konar task, and hopefully we get some big points out of that. Our very first Turiel task comes out to be 27 goblins. I don't know if we're going to be able to handle that. We could sure try. Second task is 28 scorpions. That is 56 Slayer on scorpions. Scorpion task complete. 16 birds. Let's go kill ourselves some chickens. Look at all them chickens. Nah, just playing. We're gonna kill these chickens. 16 cave bugs. That is probably one of the worst tasks that we could have got. The final Turiel task is 22 dogs. We decided to kill the jackals. I feel like this will be a lot quicker than going to, I actually don't even know where the dogs are. I'm pretty sure there's guard dogs in Ardone, but there's only like 2 of them. That would just take so long to do. So I think Jackals is the best bet. Jackal task complete. Let's head to Konar. Please, Konar, please do not give us another Metal Dragon task. Please, I beg you. 142 Bloodveld in the God Wars dungeon. Okay, we made it down to the God Wars dungeon, Bloodvelds. We need to kill 140 of these. I'm hoping that I brought enough prayer potions. I don't know if I did. We just got our very first brimstone key on the account. I completely forgot that these were even a thing, so that's pretty exciting actually. We got the black boots as a collection log item. I didn't even know that was possible. That is the 142 Bloodveld in the God Wars dungeon task complete. I hated every single second of that task. I'm not gonna lie to you. You need 70 agility to go through this window? That is a huge requirement. But I guess it is a huge time saver. I mean, you're just climbing out of a window though and hopping over a little broken fence. Whack, 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 whack. Whack. That is 73 strength on cave slimes and a iron boot collection log. Why is that even a thing? Hey, we just finished up our 9th task of Teriel in a row. Time to go get a Konar task. Task number 30 is going to be 136 black demons in the chasm of fire. That is not a bad task at all. We are breaking out the cannon for the first time in a Slayer task, and it feels so nice. I just need to figure out where to stand, I think is my only issue right now. This seems like a pretty decent spot. Alright, that was a terrible video because this spot is only hitting one black demon at a time, so it is time to look for a different spot. 73 range on the black demon task. We got another brimstone key, 58 slayer, and 1275 total level. We're getting close to 1300. That is the end of our 30th Konar task for another 90 points. We now have a total of 100 more points to go until we can get this Slayer helmet. We are going for task number 40 at Konar. What is it going to be? Another 150 black demons in the Taverley dungeon this time. That is such a long task. Well, I managed to make my way to the black demons in the Taverley dungeon. I have no shortcuts, by the way. I did not bring bolts with me. I'm gonna have to run all the way back to get my bolts, which sucks. And we made it back with our bolts. So we're gonna sit here, finish off this 150 black demon task, and then I think we will just be, I don't know, maybe 10 points away from getting the Slayer helmet, which kind of sucks, but we should be able to just do like a Neve task or two, and then we can get our Slayer helmet. We do need to get 55 crafting, but that shouldn't take us too long to get. That is 75 hit points. We are getting up there. 74 ranged. One more level to go until we can use the blowpipe. That is our 150 black demon task finished up. We now have 390. We need 400 for the Slayer helmet. Might just go do a Neve task. Try to get those last 10 points. And we need to kill 184 greater demons. I am honestly getting so burnt out on all these demon tasks. I don't know what's going on right now. Just finished up our greater demon task. That brought us up to a 402 Slayer points, which means we get to go ahead and unlock the ability to make the Slayer helmet. Beautiful. We are down to 2 reward points, which means the next task better be a decent task because we're gonna have to do it no matter what. But we just need to go get ourselves 55 crafting, and this little black mask right here is going to turn into a pretty sick looking Slayer helmet. Let's go get these crafting levels. There's 55 crafting. We can now upgrade from the black mask to the Slayer helmet. We just need to go get everything that we need to put it together, and then we are set. What all do we need though? Nose peg, face mask, ear muff, spiny helmet, reinforced goggles, and an enchanted gem. Okay, perfect. Yeah, let's go round up the stuff that we need and let's make this Slayer helmet. Slayer helmet achieved. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. That is so nice. I can now confidently say we have entered the mid game. Oh, it feels so good to finally have this, and it just looks so good too. I do think this is where we are going to wrap it up for this video though. I had a really good time making this. We got through a bunch of Slayer. Unfortunately, it was just a bunch of demon tasks, so we didn't end up making very much money. But I will catch you all in the next one. Peace out.